what is the best niche to start as a business online? In this video, I'm going to talk about 3 niches that you can start, especially if you have a young person, because they are so relevant with regards to young people, and that can help you kickstart your online business. So if we haven't met before, my name is Beatrice Yakubu, founder of A Simply Family Business, where we help you and your child to kind of start a business that would bring you the income and allow you the time to be able to spend longer time with your children, and also to help you be the influencer in the life of your child rather than leaving them to chance. Now, in terms of this video, I'm going to talk about 3 things, which is social media marketing, web design, and video editing. Now, let's get started. In terms of social media marketing, as you know already, if you have been following me for some time, you will get to understand this concept of a social media marketing, that is my bread and butter. Why? Because I started on social media as a social media manager, and indeed got my children involved, and as the saying goes, the rest is history. The reason why I started with social media marketing was because there are other ways that you can actually start a business. And in my case, my background is health. So there was this question of why don't you start with something about health, well-being, nutrition, healthy lifestyle, and all those kind of things. But I chose a social media marketing purely because I wanted my children to become interested in what I did. So it wasn't just about what I wanted to do, but it was based off the fact that I was thinking about the long term. How would I get my children actually interested in this business? And it worked for us, because then that got them the opportunity to also do their own thing as social media managers. And indeed, we are both working together, especially with helping other families to build their own businesses. And why is social media important? The thing is, regarding what is at stake in this present time regarding the online state, if you were not even, or if people weren't even online or on social media for that matter, the pandemic has kind of triggered that. Almost everyone is on social media. Even those who did not like social media are on social media, because that became the means of communication, that became the means of us kind of getting together. Now, for a long time now, businesses have realized that they have to be on social media to be able to connect with people. Now, the aspect of social media, so if you ask someone who is still resentful about social media, or you don't like social media, or you have reservations about social media, the thing is, all that people are doing on social media is the right thing. Why? Because it's supposed to be for socialization, for people relaxing and just being themselves. So that is why, if you think about media, media is publicity, right? But then this is social. So it's just the socializing publicity of being social. Now, before now, I remember when we used to see, news readers, they were the celebrities because they were being seen on TV and all that. Social media has kind of brought that to our doorsteps, and everyone can be a celebrity, as long as you have a phone in your hand and internet connection. So because of that, a lot of people are on social media. And if you are a business, where else can you find people rather than where they are? And that is the reason why having a business as a social manager is good, because then you would get to help business owners kind of bring their message out there in that same way like the normal people do. So if you are on social media as a business owner, or it's not the case of just talking about your product and how you can sell, it's about you adding value to people's life and getting them to kind of like you, trust you, and indeed get to the point of them deciding to do business with you. So what would you do if you are a social media manager, or if you decide to work as a social manager? What you can do is, number one, to ensure that you sharpen your skills. So whether you have the skills or not, you can learn it. I started basics. So learning the basics is something that you can do. And the next thing is that you would be able to, once you have the concept, you can also get your children to get involved. And then the third thing is that you can hire somebody to help you kind of service your client. So once you get the concept and you are able to understand it, you can tell people that, you know, this works because it has worked for you, and we can see that it's worked for several people. And then based off the fact that they trust that it works, then you can then outsource the work to someone else. Just like the saying goes, Amazon does, even Tesco, Uber, they are all in that kind of scenario where they have the credibility, and then they bring the customer and then the service provider together, and then the taxi driver in the case of Uber together. So yes, becoming a social media manager is that straightforward. And yes, it is not an easy thing to do, just like any other business, but you can learn it. And because if you have children, for example, it will be an easy way for you getting started and you building up as a business. Number 2 is the web design. Again, web design is the same scenario, especially for young people. Now, I went to Camden College. I was talking with one of my coaching clients today. And I said, I went to Camden College to learn about web design, and asked me if I can do web design. Of course not. But because I did it, what then happened was that I sat Vanessa down and I showed her what to do, and she ran with it, and she is able now to call herself a web designer. Now she is in college learning the intricacies of web design herself, so that she can build a bigger and robust website for customers. But at this point, the skills that she got has been able to serve her a lot, and also help her to get clients and call herself a web designer, and that is a source of income for her. So you as a parent, how can you call yourself a web designer? It's a case of learning. If you have the zeal to learn tech stuff, it is not difficult, I would say, because the things that I learned at Camden College, it wasn't difficult. It's just that I didn't pay attention to it. So it's a case of going to learn it. And because as an adult learner, it's usually easier for us to understand stuff like that. And indeed, once you get to understand it, yes, you can encourage your child to join you in that respect. And you know what? Our kids are very, very happy to do these things, because it gets them something doing, something productive, and something useful. And the last but not the least is video editing. Now, with video editing, again, is the same scenario, learning to edit videos. What I can say is that for our children, they have the ideas or the zeal to do these things. They can watch one video and to be able to start to edit video. And it's a case of practicing to the point that they are able to showcase to a potential client that, I have edited XYZ videos. And guess what? It is not difficult to find videos. They can make their own videos, and you as a parent, you can make videos with them. You experiment how to edit them. And indeed, gradually, you get to a point that you kind of understand how to edit videos, how to add in effects, sound effects, and all those kind of things. And once you are able to showcase that, you will begin to get clients. The reason is, regarding clients, a lot of entrepreneurs and even up and coming people who wants to have their voice out there in terms of video, they are really, really interested in getting people who can help them. So people are coming up with podcasts, people are coming up with YouTube talk shows. A lot is going on. People want to do TikTok and all that. I mean, TikTok, we used to think that is for children, but not anymore. So there's a lot for you and your child to kind of start on as far as video editing is concerned. So those are the 3 things I think would be a a very important niche, or very useful niche as far as starting an online business is concerned. And I will just recap that as social media marketing, web design, and indeed a video editing. So thank you so much for watching. If you are watching this on YouTube, I would encourage you to like the video, to give it a thumbs up, to subscribe, and indeed I will come your way once again. Take care.